Every 4 years in the middle of our winter, the world's attention turns to the Olympics for 2 weeks in February. This year, the first events of the 22nd Winter Games are tomorrow in Sochi, Russia, the first time Russia has ever hosted a Winter Olympics. Russia is by far the largest country in the world, and given how wintry most of the nation is, Sochi is an unlikely choice for a Winter Olympic venue. The city of about 350,000 residents is about as far south in Russia as you can get, the same latitude as U.S. cities such as Milwaukee and Syracuse. In fact, Sochi lies on the eastern shore of the Black Sea and is Russia's largest seaside resort town, commonly considered the heart of the Russian Riviera. The average high there in February is 50. The average low is 36, comparable to U.S. cities such as Portland, Oregon, or Norfolk, Virginia, making Sochi the warmest city to ever host a Winter Olympics, beating out Vancouver from 4 years ago. Weather-wise, Sochi is a pretty cloudy place in February, overcast or mostly cloudy 75% of the time, and when it precipitates this month, which it does frequently, it's cold enough for snow only about 20% of the time. Partly owing to its climate, palm trees actually grow in the city. The Sochi Olympics are the most expensive games ever staged. Events will take place in 2 clusters of venues. The Sochi Olympic Park was built on swampy lowlands just south of the city near the Black Sea. That's where figure skating, speed skating, curling, and the opening and closing ceremonies will be held. The other events, including alpine skiing, bobsled, luge, and ski jumping, will occur in and around a new winter resort built just for the Games in the western Caucasus Mountains, about 30 miles northeast of Sochi. Unlike at the last Winter Olympics in Vancouver, where the weather didn't cooperate and snow had to be shipped in, plenty of natural snow has fallen in these mountains. Reportedly, the 2-mile-long downhill ski run has a 5-foot base. But just in case, the resort has one of the biggest snowmaking systems in the world, 500 snow guns at the ready, plus about 25 million cubic feet of snow, enough to cover Penn State's University Park campus in a foot of white, was saved from last winter and sits covered in the mountains by massive insulated blankets, ready if needed. Bottom line, snow should not be a problem at these Olympics. 88 nations qualified at least one athlete for these games, which feature 98 medal events in 15 winter sports disciplines. NBC will provide more than 1,500 hours of coverage on 6 different platforms, much of it streamed on Facebook. But keep in mind that Sochi is 9 hours ahead of us here in the eastern U.S., so any events you see on TV in the evening will not be live. Looking ahead 4 years, the 2018 Winter Olympics will be held in Pyeongchang, South Korea, the first time the Winter Games have ever been held in that country. Fred is back next with the extended forecast.